and I signed up for one of the volunteer activities, and it was with the Miracle League. And the Miracle League is an organization that brings together kids with different types of disabilities, cancers, things like that.
Yeah.
And me and some of my college teammates, we went out there and we would just play baseball with these kids.
Cool.
And just to see how happy they were just to throw a ball.
Yeah.
Like they would have a tee at home plate, they would hit it, everyone would hit a home run, run around the bases, and just to see how happy these kids were, just to see you, like, because we were just college players. Cool. We weren't like anyone special, just how happy they were to see you, how happy they were to throw a ball with you, take a picture.
Wow.
That was the single moment that I think Jesus tapped me on the shoulder, was like, hey bud, like,
wow,
hey, this is what it's all about. So like using whatever gift that you have to be a service to others. And my prayers transformed from that day. I got into the word, and my prayers transformed from, hey God, like, I want to do this, that, and the other thing, to whatever you have me do in life, whether it's playing baseball, whatever it is, like, let it be an act of service to others.
That's so awesome. All right. Well, hey, we want to welcome everyone to our Stoney Sessions podcast today. Today actually happens to be episode number 45. Pretty amazing when I start to think about the fact that we started this just almost a year ago. I mean, we're a few weeks away from our year anniversary. Not sure if I thought we'd even make it this far. Thinking about how are we going to find enough things to talk about. But today I am super excited, and I feel truly honored to have a very special guest here with us today, this good-looking guy over here at the other end of the table. For people that attend Stoney, you would know that this is Chris SCHOELLER, and Chris has been coming around Stoney now. How long has it been? Is this the second summer you've been here? Or is this a third?
This is my second.
Second. Yeah. Man, it feels like we've known you a lot longer. But Chris is a professional baseball player here locally for the Utica Unicorns, and we're going to kind of just interview him today, talk to him a little bit about his baseball journey, but also talk to him about his faith in Christ and how that's gotten him through some of the different seasons of life. And so we're excited that you're here and listening today, and excited, Chris, just to get to know you a little bit more. I feel like maybe even over the last few weeks, or at least this summer, it's just been neat just connecting with you each week. I hate to say that, like, every time I see you here, I'm just surprised. Not because, I don't think you would like show up. I'm just like, you got so much going on in your life with baseball and chasing that dream. And yet, in spite of all that, and in the middle of all of that, you are putting your faith as a priority. And you found a local church here. Again, this is your second summer being able to actively attend Stoney, and that's been awesome, man. So I wanted to start, no pun intended, with some just kind of lead off questions, okay? And these I didn't give to you earlier because I kind of wanted to get your quick responses on some of these. Okay. And these are easy questions, okay? Like, gotcha. McDonald's or Burger King, stuff like that. Okay, let's just start with that one. McDonald's or Burger King? McDonald's, okay. Do you have a go-to meal? Is it like chicken nuggets or double quarter pounder?
I don't have a go-to meal, but if I had to pick one, it would be McDonald's.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are you a coffee or energy drink kind of guy?
Neither. No caffeine for me.
What?
Yep.
Well, that's probably why you look the way you do, man. You look so good. No caffeine.
No caffeine, none.
Okay, good stuff. Then let's pretend this isn't coffee here, okay? Yeah, I got to tell you this real quick. I went to the doctor. This has been probably 2 years ago now, and I'm talking to the doctor, and she's asking me. She's like, do you drink a lot of caffeine? I at that moment I was just not even thinking of coffee as caffeine. I said, you know what? I really don't. I said, I gave up drinking pop a while ago. Like, every once in a great while I'll have like a little can of Coke or something like that. But I said, I really don't drink pop. And she's like, well, what about coffee? Are you a coffee drinker? I said, well, yeah, coffee. I said, I drink about, anywhere between 12 and probably 15 cups a day. I thought the doctor was going to fall over. But in my head, I wasn't thinking caffeine because it doesn't do anything to me. So, man, I'm proud of you. No caffeine.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
what a great question to start with. Are you an early morning workout guy or like a late at night kind of workout? If you're going to the gym working out, do you prefer early mornings or late at night?
Early morning. Want to get it?
Okay.
Yeah, want to
Get
get it
it in.
done. Yeah,
Yeah.
get it in, get it done.
Yeah. Are you a like sit on the beach or are you a like mountain, like, hiking mountains kind of a guy?
I appreciate both, but beach. I'm
Beach
from South Florida, so
Oh
yeah, I grew
man.
up on the beach.
Jealous of you. That's awesome. Are you a steak or a tacos kind of a guy?
Steak all the way.
Okay. What's your favorite kind of steak?
Filet.
Filet.
Yep.
Do you have a favorite place you get it from?
Big Outback guy. I
Okay.
like Outback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Good. I was going to ask you, I was going to ask you sweet tea or lemonade. Is there caffeine in, there might be caffeine
Might be.
in tea.
I'm going lemonade though.
Lemonade.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Now,
Netflix.
if you go Arnold Palmer, I'm going Arnold Palmer. There
Dude,
you
I
go.
got one in my fridge at home, and I don't even know whose it is, and I haven't drank it yet, but I'm about to.
There you go.
Are you a Netflix or a YouTube kind of guy? Do you watch much or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably more YouTube.
Okay.
But if there's some on Netflix that catches my eye, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Here's a question. We're gonna see how much you've grown to love Michigan, even though
Okay.
you're a Florida guy. Are
Oh,
you a
boy.
Michigan summer or a Florida winter kind of a guy? Michigan summers, man.
Michigan summers have been very nice here.
Okay.
Florida winter.
Yeah.
I mean, Florida's just Florida year
Yeah,
round. There's not
yeah.
really a winter. But Michigan up here during the summer is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
I've grown to appreciate it. So
Yeah. Have you ever
I-
been able to go up north, like up towards Traverse City? You ever been up there or no?
I think a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a team up there, by the way. I don't think you guys ever play them. It's the Traverse City Pit Spitters or something like that. I think they're like
I think a minor league team. I think
yeah,
it is,
yeah, okay. Are you a walk-off win or a no-hitter by your team kind of a guy? Would you prefer like to win?
Would I hit the walk off?
Hey, why not? Yeah, let's go with it,
Yeah,
dude. You've done that before, haven't you?
I have done it.
I
have
saw the
done it.
video, I
Yep.
think.
My
That was
sophomore year in college.
Yeah.
I hit a walk-off home run on senior night.
Wow.
So that was really cool. And it was at like 1 a.m. because
Oh
we
my
had a
gosh.
delay.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so we had a big rain delay. So it was at
Jeez,
1
man.
a.m. And then that same, I guess you can say that morning, we had a game
Oh
at
my
like 11
gosh.
a.m.
Really?
Yeah. So
Wow.
that was really cool.
So you put
But-
the other team to bed, man. That's good. That's cool. Have you ever seen that movie, The Natural?
Yes.
It's like a baseball movie, I
Yes,
think.
absolutely.
I-
Amazing movie.
Yeah, that used to be my favorite movie. Like most people know this about me. I don't even watch movies. Like actually, I went to the Minions one the other day and stayed awake, but most of the time I fall asleep. But growing up, that was like one of my favorite movies, and now I can't even remember what it was really all about. But yeah, which would you prefer to face? 100-mile-an-hour fastball, which I know you. I mean, there's guys that throw that there at
I have faced that.
UWM, right? Or would you prefer a 100-mile-an-hour fastball or an 85-mile-an-hour like slider?
Oof. If it's a hanging slider, then slider. But if I'm timed up for the fastball,
Yeah.
I can hit the 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Okay, all right. Who's your favorite Major League Baseball team?
Marlins.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up watching them
Yeah.
from being in South Florida. So
What city do they play in? Is that
they're in Miami.
Miami?
Yeah, they're in Miami.
Is that where they always have been, or did they move cities?
They moved. They used to
Can't
be
remember
the Dolphins and Marlins used to be
Okay.
in the same stadium.
Oh, okay.
But now
Okay.
they moved probably,
you.
30 minutes more down south.
Yeah, I think Dante Willis used to play for the Marlins. Did you ever know Dante? He was a pitcher, I think.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
he came up here and played for the Tigers. All right. Let's see here. If you couldn't play baseball, what sport would you choose? We'll get down here.
Golf.
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 Good. Did you ever play any other sports growing up? Football, soccer,
No,
anything
no,
else?
I was all baseball.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just a couple other quick questions here. Who's your favorite Major League Baseball player?
Of all time?
Let's go with all time, and then maybe
Okay.
like who's actively playing today.
All time, I'm gonna go with Dustin Pedroia. That's someone that I've idolized
Yeah.
my game after ever
Yeah.
since I was young. A guy
Did he
that-
play for the Phillies or something? Or
He played for the Red Sox.
Reds? Oh,
his whole
yeah, that's
career.
right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. He was just a guy that I idolized. When I was younger, tried to model my game after. He
Yeah.
was, been called undersized his whole career, and he had to to work hard
Sure.
to get where he's at. So that's my all-timer
Yeah.
currently. Um, Love, same kind of story. Jose Altuve, second
Mm-hmm.
baseman for the
Astros.
Astros.
Yeah.
Yeah, same kind of story, same
Sure.
grit player. So
Cool. Yeah, that is what's amazing, man, is you see some of like, and on TV it can be hard to tell sometimes like the size of a certain player, but then you see him like in person, like at a game, and you're like, gosh, man, they really aren't as big as like they seem or
yeah.
appear to be on TV. But that's really cool. What's your favorite place you've ever traveled to? You ever left the country? Are you more
Uh,
like stay in the States or
I I haven't traveled much
okay.
because of baseball, honestly. I've
Okay.
just been stayed
Yeah.
in the United States. I went to Canada and
Mm-hmm.
visited Niagara Falls when I
Oh,
was younger.
cool.
Yeah, so that
Yeah.
was really cool.
Yeah.
But definitely post baseball career, I
Uh-huh.
definitely want to do a lot more traveling for
Sure.
sure and see the world.
Cool. Yeah, we'll have to get you. We're considering maybe a partnership here at this church with community in Uganda. Get you
Wow.
right to Uganda.
Wow.
How would that
Okay.
be, dude? Like Niagara Falls, and then the next place you go is Uganda.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. Chris, that's good, man. I appreciate those answers. And actually, this is the final question because this will determine how like close we'll ever be able to be as friends. Are
Okay.
you a Chick-fil-A guy or a Raising Cane's guy? Have you had Raising
I
Cane's?
have.
Okay,
I
yeah.
have. And I'm gonna go with Chick-fil-A.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, okay. Especially from Florida, man. That was one of my until we got one around here. That was always one of my favorite
Right.
like things to do when we'd go to Florida. Have Chick-fil-A. So cool. Well, now that we've gotten to know a little bit more about you and appreciate you entertaining those questions, want to talk a little bit about baseball. Again, I'm not super knowledgeable about that sport, but I have been to a few games over there at the field that was formerly known as Jimmy John's Field. Like, I can't help myself. I still want to call it Jimmy John's. But now it's UWM or something like
UWM.
that. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, a few questions just about that, and you've even alluded to a couple. But when was it that you could like first like say that you knew you fell in love with the sport of baseball?
When I fell in love with the sport of baseball was real young, five,
Okay.
6 years old, when my
Wow.
dad gave me a ball and a glove.
Yeah.
And ever since then, that's really all I ever wanted to do.
Mm.
That's why every time he came home from work, it was, hey,
Yeah.
Dad, could we go
Throw
play
the
some catch or go hit? And
sure.
yeah, so ever since then, that's right when I fell in love with the sport.
Love that. Yeah, and that's a cool story. I actually that was one of the sports I grew up playing, baseball, t-ball, and then I kind of gave that up to play soccer. But I still have memories myself of throwing the ball with my
Mhm.
dad in the yard. Yeah. Did you always believe baseball would or could become more than just a hobby? I mean, you kind of play sports. It seems like through elementary, through junior high, through high school. Like that's just kind of like the activity or the hobby that you have. But when did you start actually believing that it could be something more, like something that was going to carry you past even like your college career?
Hmm. Yeah, I definitely had I mean, the dream was to go all the way.
Hmm.
Ever since I was young, that's really what my mind was set on.
Yeah.
But that moment, probably when it really said like, hey, you could do something with this
Mm.
sport, is entering high school.
Okay.
Entering high school, I was very fortunate to go to Chaminade Madonna, which is a
Okay.
small Catholic school
Okay.
in South Florida, and play under a great coach of Mike Moss. And
Mm.
he started me right away on the varsity team,
Wow.
and I played every game at the varsity level in high school, and it really opened my eyes like, hey, you got something
Got a
special here.
chance.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got a chance.
That's awesome. So you definitely had, people that believed in you. Who would you say, and it might be the coach that you just mentioned, who was it that invested you like the most in you the most as far as like your baseball career goes?
Easily my parents.
Okay.
My parents
Awesome.
invested the most in me ever since I was young. They've showed me, what it's like to work hard at something, to
Hmm.
value something,
Mm.
and they've sacrificed so much time, money.
Yeah.
I don't even remember them going on vacations when I was younger
Wow.
because it was all about my brother and his sport, which is golf,
Hmm.
and then my sport and baseball, and it was
Mm.
just year round,
That's
going to
cool.
going to
Yeah.
tournaments and
Wow.
playing. So they've
Yeah.
definitely sacrificed a lot, and I'm truly grateful for everything they've done for me
Yeah.
in my life.
That's awesome. You know what? It was fun meeting your mom. She was up here, wasn't it last summer?
Yep,
She was
yep.
up here.
Hmm.
Yeah, so neat to get the opportunity to meet your mom. What surprised you most about, professional baseball, the level at which you're playing at now? Like what is it? If you could think of something that's kind of like surprised you a little bit, what would that be?
I would say professional baseball in general is a big but such a small world.
Mm,
Like you can meet a teammate and then you both knew someone that you played
okay.
with, back in the day.
Yeah,
And so it's just a small world.
sure.
You look at baseball as a whole, it's big, but
Yeah.
the people that you really know is like, hey, you knew that guy when you played a couple
Yeah.
years back? Yeah, I know him too.
Yeah.
And it was such a small world. So when I came to play in the
Mm,
USPBL, I
mm-hmm.
met a lot of guys that played with former teammates of mine
Oh,
and
that's cool.
across their years as well playing the game. So
Yeah.
yeah, you meet so many people that you cross paths with through
Yeah.
other people. It's because baseball's a small world.
And that's kind of how the church is too.
Yeah.
It seems like, and when you're a part of a denomination like we are, the Wesleyan Church, like for as many churches as there are across America, and I can't remember, it's like 15 or 1700 Wesleyan churches. It really is small because as soon as you know someone, they know someone,
Hmm.
and then it just kind of goes along like that. Have any of the guys that you ever played with made it to like what do you call it, like big time or like to the
Made it to the
the
big
league, the
leagues.
big leagues?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, I played against a lot of guys that have
Okay.
made it. Yeah, especially in high school. I mean,
Really?
high school in South Florida
Yeah.
is crazy.
Wow.
Some of the best talent in the country is from South
Okay.
Florida. So I played with against plenty of guys that are currently in the big leagues. So
Wow.
and it's pretty cool to see.
That's got to be
Yeah,
pretty wild.
yeah,
Yeah.
competing against those guys when we were
Oh,
younger.
that's cool. That's cool. Well, Chris, can you tell us, what would you say is the hardest part about baseball that fans like they never see it, like
Hmm.
they wouldn't know if you're just somebody that shows up and grabs a bucket of popcorn and a hot dog at a baseball stadium? Like, what's the hardest part about being a player that
Yeah.
fans would never know or
Yeah,
see?
it's the physical and mental grind that
Mm,
fans don't see.
mm-hmm.
They'll show up on game days and just see us go out there, and they think that we're just gonna go out there and play the
Yeah.
game, and then we go home, and that's about it. And
Wow.
but they don't see that the mental grind first of all of
Mm,
trying to be at the top of your game all the time, and
sure.
baseball being a game of failure, how many times
Mm,
you're failing and trying to overcome that failure,
yeah.
and then also having to work out every day, your
Yeah.
practice for your couple hours every day. So the mental and physical grind is something that people on the
Mm,
outside don't see for sure, and just the time that you sacrifice to give to the sport to
yeah.
try to be the best you can.
Wow. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you forget that. Like, I mean, again, I grew up, not that this is about me, but I grew up playing soccer. And as you get to at like each level you go to, you got to give more to it and you got to sacrifice more. It could be more time with friends. It could be more time away from like family,
Yeah.
whatever it might be. And then you get to a level like college or even beyond college. And I mean, it's the mental piece too. I'm glad you said that
Yeah.
because I think we forget it's easy for us to watch a World Cup soccer game and get upset that some guy had a poor touch, when some guy basically shot the ball at his foot,
Hmm.
or like somebody that strikes out at the, at home plate. Like you have to deal with that in your mind. And that is a huge part of it, I'm sure. So tell us a little bit about life with the Utica Unicorns. I mean, what's it like to be a Utica Unicorn?
It's a ton of fun. It's
Yeah.
a ton of fun. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
good.
It's some of the most fun times I've had playing baseball. It's a
Cool.
blast. You meet so many guys from across the country that come here to play in this league,
Mm-hmm.
and you definitely just form great relationships with these guys, and you're just grateful to be out there,
Cool.
playing professional baseball because at the end of the day, not everyone gets to say they played
Yeah.
professionally at a sport.
Yeah.
So you're just meeting a ton of guys that you become great friends with, playing the sport you love,
Cool.
and yeah, just truly grateful out there
Yeah.
to be playing every day.
We're fortunate to have, I mean, for anybody that's listening that's never been to the stadium, I mean, we're fortunate to have that stadium like so
Hmm.
close. I mean, 6, 7 miles away from the church. And I remember when they were building it, I'm just thinking like, man, in Utica, Michigan, like what are they putting this field here for? But it's been fun. The games that we've gotten to go to, the excitement, the fireworks, I know, and stuff like that after. Are those only like the Friday night games, or is that every game?
Yeah, Friday nights are always fireworks.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool. So what does your daily routine look like, Chris? Like during the season, what is like a normal day look like for you?
So non-game days, I would we have practice times. Every team has a practice time slot that we practice at. So say ours is 10:30 to 12:30, something like that. We'll either be practicing at UWM or a close by indoor facility.
Oh, okay.
We'll go there, practice with the team, and then you're free to. That's the only time that you're supposed to be. Yeah, you're supposed to be there. But all of us will go on our own time, go get a good workout in, take care of our bodies, eat well. And then pretty much you're free, on the off days, we'll get our practice in, our workout, and then we go get a couple guys and play some golf. We'll go do that. And
cool.
And game days, say we have a 7 o'clock start. The clubhouse is open around 2:30, and we'll get there, warm up. We'll have a team defense session, team batting practice, and loosen up and get ready for the game.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you guys have a gym is there a gym at the field, or do you go to like Planet Fitness or Powerhouse?
So we have league gives us a membership at the UFit. It's like right across the street from the field. But we also the indoor facility that we practice at, 2SP.
Okay.
There's a full weight room in there, and
sweet.
that's the main place that all of us work out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, man. What has been your favorite baseball memory? I mean, I'm sure that there's a list, and if I gave you enough time, you could give me your top 10. But like, if you think back, do you have like one favorite memory that you're like, I will never forget that this happened, or whatever it might have been on the baseball field?
It's definitely the one I mentioned earlier, the walk-off. Yeah, because that group was special.
That's cool.
Yeah, that group was awesome. It was one of the best teams that I've ever been on, just not even on the baseball field, but off the baseball field.
Yeah.
We're such a tight-knit group, and to be able to come through for that team on senior night, which those are some of the best seniors that I've ever played under.
Wow.
To be able to do that for them was truly special, and that's hands down my favorite baseball memory.
Yeah. That's cool. I guess you can't really think about topping that. I mean, unless you got to the big leagues and did something up there. Can you think back? What would you say like is like one of the toughest moments that you've had, like maybe in baseball? And it may not be like I remember specifically on this one night it was a strikeout, but like what would you say to a question like what's been your toughest moment in your baseball career?
I'm going to be real honest with you. Right now is my toughest moment. Right now.
Yeah.
Because, you don't know where your career is going to go at this moment. At this moment, I don't know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
You start seeing the end of the road of your career, and you start to get, you start to see all these emotions come in. And you just have to come back to center and put it in God's hands. Be like, hey, wherever you're going to take me, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to trust that, and just be grateful for all the moments you are out on the field.
Sure.
So yeah, just coming, seeing the end of the tunnel is not fun.
Yeah.
But you have to be grateful for everything that this game has given you. Wow. And that I'm truly grateful for all that, all the life lessons, all the relationships that this game has given me. So like, it sucks.
Yeah.
But because these things can't last forever.
Sure.
But you have to remind yourself to be truly grateful for everything that the sport has given you.
That's great. Yeah. What a great answer. Like over the course of your career, I imagine you've had some injuries. So what would you say? Like, how have those injuries or like maybe setbacks, like how have those like kind of shaped you? Yeah.
So I've had a number of injuries in my career.
I mean, this is kind of a random question. Like, what are some normal like baseball injuries? Like arm stuff, like
for sure,
throwing things like
with
that.
Pitchers. I mean, everyone's gonna throw on a baseball field.
Yeah.
So shoulder injuries, elbow, like Tommy John surgery is a big one. Oblique from swinging a lot. That's a common one. There's actually one in your hand that hitters get. There's a little bone, hamate bone right here. So sometimes people,
Really?
like guys, break that bone. So yeah, there's some common ones.
Yeah.
But I've had a multitude of
Yeah.
injuries.
Yeah.
I've broken my jaw. I've ran into another player, broke my jaw. I have
Whoa.
like a plate with 8 screws left side of my jaw.
Jeez.
I've dislocated my left shoulder a couple times.
Wow.
So yeah,
Okay.
I've been through it a little
Yeah.
bit. The body's been through it, but the way you have to come out of those.
Yeah.
You can let those injuries affect you, and you're like, oh, you could either be scared to get back on the field, or you just
Right.
got to find a way to overcome it, look past it, and be like, hey, listen, I'm gonna work hard and get back healthy and try to become the best that I can
Yeah.
possibly be,
Yeah.
and get through that, because being away from the game is tough. No one wants to sit on the sidelines because of an
Right.
injury.
Right.
So you just gotta keep looking forward.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do. Keep looking forward, and
Sure.
eyes on the horizon.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Another random question. I didn't have this written down, but what's the fastest pitch you've ever been like hit by? Like dude, when I see that on TV, when these guys get hit, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's gotta hurt so bad. I mean, do you have any idea? Like,
Yeah, I know exactly.
Okay.
97.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I've been hit by 97. Doesn't feel good.
That would not feel good. Where was that? Like arm, leg?
Shoulder.
Oh gosh,
upper
yeah.
shoulder.
That's tough, man. Wow. Well, here's a question. What would you say, Chris? And it kind of goes back to even like what you were just talking about. Like you never know when the end of your career might come, but what is it that motivates you really like every day? That gets you up in the morning, that gets you going. What would you say?
First of all, it has to be God. Has to be God.
Yeah.
Without Him and giving me, the ability and the talents to play this game as far as I have,
Yeah.
it motivates me to glorify Him through my actions out on the field. That's number one. And number two, like I said earlier, is my family. My family has sacrificed so much for me to put me in the best position possible to succeed, not only in baseball but in life.
That's cool.
So I wake up every day, and I never tried to play this sport for me.
Yeah.
I tried to play it for others
So great.
to glorify them and glorify God, for sure.
Yeah. What a humble answer. That's one of the things, dude, I really appreciate about you is you're never trying to like pat yourself on the back. You know that life is so much more than a home run or a base hit or whatever. But I appreciate your humility in all of that. And I think one of the neat things is even when I first got introduced to you, I think it was by Terry, one of the weeks that you were here last summer. Very quickly, Terry, rather than talking about this is Chris, he's this great baseball player for the Unicorns. He very quickly started talking about your faith, like the faith that you have in Jesus. And I love that because that's really what identifies you. You happen to be a baseball player that loves Jesus, but you're a man of God. So tell us a little bit about what the journey was like coming to know Jesus. Like, when did you decide to put your faith in him? Was that like when you were real young? Was it a little bit later in life?
Yeah. So when I was really young, I was introduced to the church and to Jesus when I was really young. My family would go to church on Sundays. I went through the whole Sunday school thing. I went through that whole deal. But I wasn't fully committed. I was just doing it.
Yeah.
And, throughout my younger years in high school, didn't really read the Bible much. I was just taking people's words for it.
Yeah.
And, my prayers at night really just consisted of I would just pray one time at night before I went to sleep and be like, hey, God, like, please keep my family safe and help me accomplish my aspirations. It was all, I really wasn't praying much about anything else. Like, I wanted to accomplish this. I want to do this, that, and the other thing.
Sure.
But that really changed when I got to college. When I got to college, our coach, he had a list of volunteer activities that he wanted us to do. So, and I signed up for one of the volunteer activities, and it was with the Miracle League. And the Miracle League is an organization that brings together kids with different types of disabilities, cancers, things like that. And me and some of my college teammates, we went out there, and we would just play baseball with these kids.
Cool.
And just to see how happy they were just to throw a ball.
Yeah.
Like they would have a tee at home plate, they would hit it, everyone would hit a home run, run around the bases, and just to see how happy these kids were, just to see you, like, because we were just college players. Cool. We weren't really like anyone special, just how happy they were to see you, how happy they were to throw a ball with you, take a picture.
Wow.
That was the single moment that I think Jesus tapped me on the shoulder, was like, hey bud, like, wow, hey, this is what it's all about. You know, so like using whatever gift that you have to be a service to others. And my prayers transformed from that day. I got into the world, into the word, and my prayers transformed from, hey God, like, I want to do this, that, and the other thing, to whatever you have me do in life, whether it's playing baseball, whatever it is, like, let it be an act of service to others.
That's so awesome, man. What a great response. And that's, I know, what you seek to do. And you've, even as we've kind of talked a little bit this summer about some of the challenges, some of the things going on, you know, again, your whole desire is to glorify the Lord through this platform that he's given to you. And I believe that God is going to continue to use that. So what does it look like to follow Jesus in professional baseball? I mean, you know, it's like, again, when you're young and you play baseball and you love Jesus, like, there's not a lot that goes into that. But like, the older you get and the different teams you're on and influences and things like that. So what's it look like for you to continue to follow Jesus and pursue, you know, his plan for your life, even in the midst of playing professional baseball?
It's just giving thanks to him for giving you the opportunity to play the sport at the professional level, and being able to basically represent him out on the field. Because you have, you know, thousands of people, and thousands of people that come to UWM to watch you play. And you play and glorify him out there is the most important thing. And when you have kids that come to the dugout, people that come to the dugout or after the game, want your picture, want your autograph, like that's the moment that you're using your gift to serve others.
Sweet.
And make them happy, because that can make their day, that can make their week, their month. Like, that might be the only time they're going to come see a baseball game. You never know. So, you know, following Jesus is that's the main thing of how I'm playing the game, and following Jesus.
That's awesome. Would you say that it's still pretty difficult, like on a day-to-day basis, to keep Christ first, even in the midst of like chasing after this dream?
I mean, you got to be reminded sometimes, you know, because I'm not perfect.
Yeah,
you know,
you're human.
I'm still human. I still want to accomplish things in my life, but you have to be reminded, and you have to pray that, hey, like, that's not what it's all about. You know, being a service to you, God, to other people is really what it's all about, and spreading that joy and love. So yeah, you know, it's difficult sometimes, you know, especially when you see the end of the road, be like, man, I really want to do this thing, but like you said earlier, like, this baseball's not all of life. Like, there's other things in life that you can do to continue to glorify God and continue to live for him.
Sure. Can you remember, like, when do you think it was like hardest for you to kind of fight against the struggle of, you know, being like mostly identified as like a baseball player over as like a follower of Jesus? Like, I mean, I'm sure that that's a struggle at times, you know, when you wear a jersey, people look at you, and there's nothing outside of like the opportunities that you might have to use that platform, like, as a way to minister to others. But like, if people just look at you and you have a jersey on, well, you're Chris, you play for the Utica Unicorns, you're a professional baseball player. But you know, has there been times in your career where it's really been a struggle to not like allow that to be like your total identity?
Yeah, you hit it right on the head. That's been my biggest battle personally for my entire life. Because baseball has been truly the only thing that I've done. You know, my entire life, I've given the game everything I've had. Every ounce of effort I've had, I've given the game. So it's really hard to separate my identity from the game. And Jesus has helped that immensely. Being like, hey man, like, this is not you. Like, you're not just a baseball player. Like, you're truly a son of God. Like, that should be your main thing. And that's helped me immensely, even the past couple years.
Wow.
So yeah, but that it's a tough struggle, not just for baseball player, for all athletes,
Mm-hmm.
because you
Mm-hmm.
give so much effort to this sport
Yeah.
and you feel like it's your life, but you have to work really hard to try to separate yourself from the sport.
Yeah. 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 Have there been moments where you really felt like God either opened up a door very clearly in talking about your baseball
Hmm.
career, like where God has opened up a door very clearly or closed a door like very clearly, where you just knew like that wasn't the right, direction that God wanted you to go. And it could have been like the difference of choosing, maybe you had to choose whether you were going to come to Utica or whether you're going to go somewhere else, and God made that very clear. Can you remember any of those moments?
Yeah, I think I have one.
Yeah.
When I just finished college,
Mm-hmm.
I went to go play a little bit in Colorado in the
Okay.
Pioneer League just for
Oh,
a couple
okay.
weeks.
Uh-huh.
Ended up getting released and I came back home. And I still had a desire to play the game. I still wanted to try to, continue to play the game and work
Mm-hmm.
towards something. And I was just sending emails out, trying to contact any managers, give me a shot.
Yeah.
And then I got an email back from this league, from
Cool.
the USPBL. They say, "Hey Chris, we saw your email. We thought you would be a great fit for this league.
Cool.
Give us your email and we'll keep in touch."
Yeah.
And I was with my college coach that when I got that
Okay.
message, and I got the message from my current manager with
Okay.
Unicorns. And I told him, I said, I call him Moose. It was
Uh-huh.
my
Uh-huh.
head guy. I go,
Okay.
Moose, hey, do you know this, Jim Essian guy? Like, he
Sure.
just messaged me saying he might want me to play for his team. And he goes, say his name again. And I'm like, Jim Essian. And he goes, oh my goodness,
No
like that.
way.
He goes, that I played for him when I played professional baseball.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
so we call him Skip. So that's
Okay,
Jim. Yeah,
yeah.
so Skip, he's been around the game for a long time. So he
Wow.
coached my college coach when he
Whoa.
played professional
That's
baseball. So he's
amazing.
like, "Give me his phone number right now." So
No
he called
way.
me right in front of
That's
he called him
cool.
right in front of me. They talked. They talked a lot, and they
Okay.
say, "Hey, you just messaged one of my players. Like he'd be a great fit
Wow.
for you." And
Yeah.
the rest is history. That's how I got here.
That's cool. Yeah, God has a very divine way of
Yeah.
working things out, and yeah, that's how cool is that? Yeah, this is more like just about like the clubhouse, like
Mhm.
when you're with the guys and stuff. Has God given you opportunities to share your faith, to really just kind of use your faith in the connection that you have with teammates, like where you get to share openly about Jesus with any of them?
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And in college and here,
Mm.
Terry has been absolutely amazing for us.
Yeah.
He's our team chaplain, and he comes every game day, speaks to us, and he's
Cool.
opened the floor to us
Yeah.
to share our testimonies. And I was fortunate to share one a couple weeks ago, and then
Cool.
we had another teammate, Alex Harrell, that stepped up and shared his. So like guys are
Cool.
stepping up and sharing, how their relationship is forming with Jesus and how it's influenced them. So we
Wow.
definitely get that time before the game for
That's
all of us to
great.
come together and get into the Word.
Yeah. That's great, man. Well, how do you keep trusting God, Chris? I mean, I love your openness and just the ways that you've been, sharing even about just the journey and not
Mhm.
knowing when's the end and, how much longer do I have, things like that. But how do you keep trusting God when in those moments there's, I'm sure, like, seasons, and I'm not talking about like an entire season, but just like could be like a couple games where things aren't going well. How do you continue to trust God, even in those kinds of seasons when you don't know like what's happening,
Yeah.
like you haven't changed anything? That's the thing about like baseball or golf or probably any sport for that matter. It's like you're doing the same things you've always done. You're just not getting the same kind of production
Yeah.
or results. So how do you keep trusting God even in those moments?
It's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard. Like, when you don't see a clear path, you have to just give it up to him. Be
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, God, like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm here. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I can't understand what's going on. I'm not playing well, this, that, whatever in life. Like,
Yeah.
you just have to, hey, put it in his hands,
Wow.
and he's going to take care of you. He's going to put you in the best position possible to
Mm.
succeed. Maybe it's failing at one thing so you can get into another thing.
True.
So
Yeah.
you got to
Yeah.
give it up to him, and just surrender.
Yeah.
Because God, he's going to know you better than you know yourself.
That's right.
So
That's right.
like just fully surrendering, giving it up to him, and
Yeah.
just waking up every day glorify, thank him for all the blessings in life, and just trust that he's going to take you where you need to be.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. And that reminds me of even just the verse, like, trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your understanding, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he'll continue to direct your path. And as far as, however far he wants to take you in baseball, and then trusting again that, even once your baseball like career's over, like God might continue to use the sport of baseball somehow for you to glorify him as a coach, as, somebody that trains others, trains young people or something. Yeah. So yeah, you never know. But how has God met you in like maybe like seasons or times of disappointment? Like what has that been like for you? Like how do you feel, like in the times where maybe it's like, man, I feel all alone because things aren't going the way that, I was hoping they would. How's God met you in those moments?
He, I go to him, in those times of when you're scared, desperation, fear, I would just go to, what I would do is I go to quiet room, sort of just be completely silent, be with him, and just talk. Yeah. Like I talk to him like I'm talking to a friend.
That's awesome.
And just fully just talk about all your fears, all your anxieties, whatever it is, and just at the end I give it up to you. And please just put me in the best position possible, whatever you feel like you want me to do. And that moment of surrender, you feel like, hey, everything's gonna be all right. Sure. He's gonna take care of you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Well, to kind of wrap this up, Chris, just want to give you an opportunity maybe to even encourage others. Like it could be, young people chasing some kind of a dream. Maybe it's a sports, like as an athlete, a dream as an athlete. But what would you tell a young athlete who is just now like starting to kind of like chase that dream?
Yeah, I would tell him, first of all, give it all you got. All your effort put into the sport, because at the end of the day, yes, the dream is to make it all the way, but we know the odds. The odds are extremely slim. But if you give it everything you have, and when the sport ends, whether you stop playing or you've reached that moment where like, hey, this is it, you can leave the sport proud of wherever that level is, you're proud because you gave it everything you got. So that's what I tell any athlete that's younger, is give it everything you got, have fun playing the sport, because that's number one. Gotta have fun playing the sport. Give it all you got, and leave it up to God to be that, to steer you in the right direction. And wherever it ends, be genuinely proud of yourself, of everything you've done.
It's a great answer. How can parents, I mean, you don't necessarily know what it's like to be a parent yet, but how do you think parents can encourage young athletes like the right way? I mean, if it's not every day, it's every other day. You see like a video pop up on social media or on the news, about, I think it was just the other day I saw one. It was like at a baseball field and something didn't go the way the parents thought it should have. And, they're encountering the umpires, and there's just, I mean, it's horrible. What a horrible example. But as far as like parents go, how can parents encourage young athletes like the best, like the right way?
So what the best thing that parents can do is to, not live through your kids. If they fail, be there to support them. Don't put them more down in the dirt. So be there to encourage them, be that support system for them. And just remind them to continue to have fun in the sport, continue to give it all you got, be a great teammate. Don't be selfish in any sport you play, and just be that support system for them, because sports are hard. Sports are hard on your mind, they're hard physically, and just be there for them, help them in any way you can, and just continue to let them have fun out there. Because that's the main thing. Sports are supposed to be fun, and I think parents really just take that away. Parents can take that away. So just let them have fun out there.
Sure. What would you say, Chris, and I've thought this many times already over our conversation, man, I wish I had you as a teammate. Like, I mean, I wasn't a baseball player, but if we would have been on the same team, I think we would have got along well, dude.
I think so too.
I mean, you bring so much more, I'm sure, to the clubhouse than, a hit or a great catch or something at second base. Man, you are a great guy. But what would you say to someone, maybe this is to an athlete, like for somebody that's playing the sport right now, but their whole identity is like wrapped up in the sport? Like how would you encourage, or what would you say to an athlete if you recognize that in them?
Find something else. Find something else. Yeah, like we know you work hard at the sport.
Yeah.
We know you are all in, giving it all you got, but you got to find something to separate your mind from the sport. That's something that I really didn't have when I was younger.
Yeah.
I was all about baseball.
Yeah.
But looking back, maybe if I had something like another hobby or something to like, hey, when I did fail, like I can go do that hobby. It's gonna get my mind off the sport, and it's gonna put my mind onto something else that might have been better for me.
Wow.
So I would encourage anyone that feels like their mind is getting wrapped up in the sport. Go find something, whether it's playing an instrument, video games, something. Something, whatever it is. And so separate yourself from the sport in times where you feel like any anxieties or any, you're down in the dumps about the sport, whatever. Try to get your mind off it as soon as possible. Have fun doing something else. And of course pray. Pray. Pray, read the word, and that's going to give you a newfound proudness and happiness.
Well, I kind of hate to ask this question just because, man, I want to see your dream, and the dream continue to go on. But Chris, if baseball ended tomorrow, who is Chris SCHOELLER? Like, how would you respond to that?
That's a deep question. Chris SCHOELLER is someone that just wants to be a good person. Just wants to be a good person. He wants to be someone that people love to be around, that's a helping hand to others, and that's just going to give his all in whatever he does in life. Whatever he does in life, he wants to give whatever it is, give his all in whatever it is. And the big part is to be a good person. That's how I want to be remembered. When it's my time to go in baseball and life, like I want people to look at me and be like, he was genuinely an amazing person. He was a man of God that cared for other people more than him.
Yeah, that's awesome. You are very well on your way to that, by the way, just so you know. In this, you kind of already answered this. You actually answered a couple questions right there, just because I was going to ask, like, what do you want to be remembered for? But you just answered that so well. And but like, what legacy do you want to leave behind? And maybe it's exactly what you just said, and I think that's beautiful. But is there anything else that you would, you'd add to that?
Legacy I would want to leave behind, say, for my future family or anyone that I'm close to, is to, again, be selfless. There's so many people that do things for themselves in this world, and I just feel like the world would be a so much better place if people put others before them.
So good.
And I feel like that's kind of what I want to leave behind, is that Chris did everything he possibly could to help others and to be a good person.
Yeah. Man, some great things to think about today, truly. And at the heart of all of that, again, I know it comes from such a sweet connection that you have with Jesus. It comes from such a humble heart. It comes through learning through the difficult seasons, the injuries, the hard times, the times when things weren't going the way that you had hoped.
Yeah.
And that's really what's kind of forged you into who you are today. And, man, you are truly a blessing to this church. And I say that, I truly mean that. Like, when people think of you, the people that have gotten to meet you here, it's just like them knowing you brings a smile to their face. There's a joy about getting to know a guy like you. And so, man, I'm just thankful for God bringing you to this community, for God leading you to this church, for the connection you have with Terry, and also for whatever God has, in the future. So I want to close today. I'm going to close by praying for you.
Okay.
But before I do, I just want to, again, thank everybody for tuning in to episode 45. It's probably been one of my favorite conversations that we've had over the last 45. But also want to just throw this out there. This coming Friday at UWM Stadium is actually Faith Night, and an opportunity, I think, for some of the players to share testimonies. I know there's some different churches that are gathering. I think they're having like a little worship time or something at some point, maybe. But it's going to be a great night this Friday. And I know there's quite a few people from Stoney that are going to be there. Is it your team playing?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're playing this Friday. I'm excited to see everyone there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they'll be cheering you on. But that's this Friday, and I think there's still time to get tickets. I'm sure through like the UWM, website or whatever,
or
at
go through the website,
ticket box office or whatever. But yeah, and again, if you've been encouraged by this, which I know you will have, if you've listened to the whole podcast, I would just encourage you to share this. You can share it on YouTube, you can share it on Spotify, also on Apple podcast. And so, Chris, thank you so much, man, for your time. I know you're a busy guy, and glad that this worked out, that we could, get together and talk. But let me pray for you, okay, as we close. Lord, thank you, God, for today. Thank you for this conversation, even just for the ways that, man, I've been encouraged by, these responses that Chris has given today. Truly, you are Lord of his life, and you are the one thing, the most important thing. And we know, God, you've given him skills and talents, God-given talents, for the game of baseball. We don't know how much farther that's going to take him. We pray, Lord, that your plan ultimately would unfold in his life, whatever that means, whatever that looks like. And as he continues to trust you, God, I just pray that you'll carry him along. You'll lift him up on the days when, it's hard or things aren't going the way. The bat's not, connecting with the ball the way that, he would hope, Lord, even in this season, as he's already expressed, this is one of the most difficult seasons, is just because he doesn't know when the end is going to come along, Lord. I just thank you that he is a gift to the Utica Unicorns. He's a gift to that whole baseball organization there. He's a gift to those who know him. So, Lord, continue to use him, use his faith, use the platform of baseball to just share the hope of Jesus with those who, he comes in contact with. Bless him. Keep him safe. Lord, I pray you keep him from injuries. And, Lord, just continue to bless his baseball career as he, gives that to you and just seeks for you to use that as a way for him to glorify you here on this earth. Lord, bless those who listen to this podcast. Lord, I pray it'd be an encouragement to them. And Lord, we thank you for just your love and the plan that you have for each of our lives. Be with us now, we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Nathan.
Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. We're so glad that you're here.
If this message spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself, but share it with a friend and help grow our podcast community.
We'd love to see you this Sunday at Stoney Church, services at 9 or 11 a.m.
We're dropping the next episode next Wednesday at 12 noon.
Hit subscribe so you don't miss it.
Join us then, and until next time, stay inspired.
And see you soon.